Here's the Mikoyan Gorovich MiG-17 scale.
There you go, Parker.
This, a Soviet jet fighter that ruled the skies over Southeast Asia during the 1960s. It was during the Vietnam conflict that our American fighters barely outpaced the enemy with a kill ratio of only 2 to 1, meaning that we lost one aircraft for every 2 that we shot down. But it wasn't until the mid-1960s that America was able to get their hands on MiG-17, and secret tests began at Groom Lake, better known as Area 51. It was a classified program known as Operation Have Drill. It was a program that learned to exploit the capabilities and weaknesses of this most capable foreign jet fighter. As part of this top secret mission, the Air Force and the Navy brought their finest to fly against this, the MiG-17. Deemed to be very successful as we learned to fly against the MiG, and our kill ratio in Vietnam increased from some 2 to 1 to some 14 to 1. And it was the MiG-17 that helped even establish the concept and the development of the Navy's fighter weapons school, better known as Top Gun. The MiG-17 was the primary enemy aircraft that engaged American fighters over Southeast Asia. They went toe-to-toe with the F-100, the F-105, the A-7, the F-8, the A-4, the F-4, and even the B-52. It's powered by the Klimov VK-1F engine, generating about 6,500 pounds of thrust. But with that afterburner engaged, it gave it an additional 1,000 pounds of thrust available. Bill Culberson is the pilot of this particular MiG-17PF, a Polish-built aircraft, and in the colors of the Polish Air Force as he repositions from the right. You will see that iconic 45-degree angle wing sweep, a sight that brought a great deal of trepidation to our American aviators in the skies of Southeast Asia. Until the introduction of the General Dynamics, now Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon, the MiG-17 was the tightest turning fighter anywhere in the world. Bill Culberson sustained about 7.5 times the force of gravity of that minimum radius turn. He'll reposition again to our right. Bill is a son of an Air Force fighter pilot. He has spent some 700 hours in Eastern jet fighters, with some 500 of that time in MiG series aircraft. He is a graduate of the University of Alabama with a degree in electrical engineering and worked in the commercial aviation field as a designated engineering representative. Bill joins pilots such as Randy Ball, Mike Turper, and Scott Gusikoff as pilots for Fighter Jets Incorporated. Bill calls Mobile, Alabama home. That afterburner that we see today, a little bit different than what we see on the more modern jets. It was a first-generation design. The MiG-17, one of the first aircraft any place to feature the afterburner, dumping raw jet fuel into the final stage of exhaust.
Not loud. That's not that loud.
That afterburner gave the airplane about 1,000 pounds of additional thrust. It gave it considerable acceleration, but it burns through a lot of fuel very, very rapidly. This particular MiG-17, one of only a handful in airworthy condition anywhere in the world, and it's the only MiG-17PF flying anywhere. It was restored and previously owned by John Blanchett.
You can smell the jet fuel.
Mobile, Alabama.
Coming right at you.
This was indeed a subsonic airplane, but could reach speeds of Mach 1 in a shallow dive. And we're going to watch now as Bill Culberson repositions to our left for a low-altitude, high-speed pass. We're going to see that afterburner in grand fashion as well. As Bill Culberson Culberson's pouring on the coals. He's hauling the bacon from the left. There's about 520 miles an hour. Talk about a way to track across the ground in a hurry. Let's put our hands together and make some noise for Bill Culberson at the Big 17. Bill Culberson and Fighter Jets Incorporated will thank their sponsors to include that of Red Star Aero Services, Ball Ranch,
He went to the
45
moon.
North Aviation, Fuel, Goodyear Aviation, to Marathon, Norco Aerospace, Gulf Coast Avionics, Jetstream Aviation Products, Aviation Insurance by Duncan, to MT Propellers, the Gentex Corporation, Air Wisconsin, A&P Fast Track Exam Preparation, and Lightspeed